Taurus, hi, how are you? It's Lisa, and I'm here to do the mid-month reading for November 2022. If you're new to my channel, your first time popping in, I hope you enjoy it and you'll come back to see me again. And for those of you who have been here before, I really do appreciate the support. It means a lot. Alright, let's find out about what mid-month for Taurus. How do you feel? What's going on? Alright, we got the Five of Pentacles, the Nine of Cups, the Page of Wands, the Queen of Wands, the Eight of Cups, and the Ten of Cups. Oh, alright. Alright, Taurus, we'll take a look at this. We'll clarify with another deck, and then we will pull an oracle card at the end. Alright, Taurus, looking at this, I mean, it seems like you are really feeling blessed, and you feel like well, like right now you might be feeling like a little bit, with the holidays coming up in the States and, with the cost of things right now, you might be feeling a little bit like, all right, well, kind of left out in the cold, sort of, but not really. But just, you're trying to buy things, and you're trying to make ends meet, and it could be hard. But what you really want is to feel like this, this blessed feeling. And I feel like that's what you have. You have that. It's just you want to make sure that in regard to with all that, you still, can put something on the table for Thanksgiving, or, you could have just people over or celebrate. Could actually just be in your daily life too. I mean, we're all kinds of feeling it right now. So maybe you're just not feeling that festive at the present moment. But I feel like you do want, that's what you want. And I think that you will try to work hard to get it. Because maybe it's just, whether you have family or you have loved ones going to be around, or, whatever, you still want to make sure that everybody can feel that. This Page of Wands energy, this is like, I feel like you're thinking about things, different ideas, and, what you could possibly do to make it stretch a little longer and make things work out better. But I feel like you're afraid that you're not going to be able to do that. You're thinking, okay, well, wait, I have this much to spend. I got, this many people. How am I going to make this happen? Or I have, I have a big family. I need presents for when the holidays get here. Or, I think you're thinking about that all the time, and you're coming up with all these ideas and how you're going to handle it and what would be the best idea. And I think you're afraid of it. You're afraid of, what if I can't find out anything? What if I can't think of anything? What if I can't go on Pinterest and, find these handmade gifts? So I feel like you're just like tumbling around with that in your mind. And you're like, okay, I'm going to do what I can, but, sometimes it just, weighs on you. I do feel like you have this Queen of Wands energy around you. It doesn't have to be female, but I think it's like this. There's a person around you that is very go-get 'em and very charismatic, and they seem like they could always solve problems when you can't, or, you're able to bounce things off of them, and all of a sudden it comes out better. So I don't know who they are to you. I mean, it could be, a relative, it could be, sister, mother. It could be a male too. I mean, it could be, an uncle, a father. Like, it could be anybody that you feel like has this ability to take something and just be able to make it work. So I feel like that you definitely have that going for you, that even if you're feeling like left out and not sure of yourself, that you have that going for you, that you shouldn't have to be worried about, whether you have the exact amount of gifts you have, or you're not able to get the giant turkey that you were hoping to get, that kind of feeling. I feel like they're going to help you make that easier and better to maybe just digest. Now, with this Eight of Cups coming up, though, I feel like you might have to step away from something, and it might be something you've been really involved in for a long time, and you put a lot of effort into it, a lot of love, a lot of caring, but it's not working for you for whatever it might be. I don't know if this is in your social life. It could be work. I mean, if you really, really enjoy your job, if it's not working out for you anymore, it could be a relationship, but there's something that's not really working for you. And I don't know if this is something that's new now, or it's just starting to feel that way. And when we clarify, hopefully we'll be able to find out. But it's just something that you're going to look at it and be like, you know what, I can't keep doing this, whatever this might be. And it doesn't have to be a person, a place, or a thing. I mean, it could just be a mindset. Like, you might just have to walk away from a certain mindset, because it's not working. Whatever it is, it's not working. And maybe that's actually what you're going to end up finding out. Because whatever it is that you always plan and what you always do, you usually always are able to make something happen. If it's not working for you, you might have to walk away from that idea, even though you loved it and this tradition and this is what you've always done in your family, or you might actually have to walk away from it. I just realized you've got like 8, 9, and 10. But anyway, so because, and in the outcome, I see like this 10 of Cups where you're feeling happy ever after. You're feeling like, okay, everything worked out. So you're not feeling stressed at that point. But I think it's just a matter of how you're going to work out not being stuck. Or not being, you just have to think differently. All right, what can we do about this Five of Pentacles? What can we talk about Five of Pentacles for Taurus? We've got the Seven of Coins, the Knight of Staffs. I feel like you know that you're going to be able to, if you keep putting if you put something into it, you're always going to be able to feel better about it. And I feel like you got it in your head. You're going to make this happen. And I feel like the way it looks like this Knight of Staffs character, and it's almost like, and he's this Queen of Wands, it's almost like they are part of the same people. Maybe not the same people exactly, but, are around the same people. And they're kind of like leading you to say, well, no, because you can try this, or you can go further over here, and maybe this person's got it. Like that kind of, I feel like they are the ones that are going to like start you off into where to look for different ideas or different ways to handle things. Because if you keep working at it, it will happen. It's just a matter of, you're going to have to change things. You're going to have to think things differently, What about this Nine of Cups? Can you tell me about this Nine of Cups for Taurus? Eight of Cups. And the Knight of Coins. And maybe that's coming up. It's like, okay, yeah, you're going to have to walk away from something, which we figured that over here, too. And it might be in the same situation. You need to change your thoughts. Sometimes you have to change your thinking. And I sound like a Rocky movie. Sometimes you have to change your thinking. Everybody else does. Adrian said this Rocky. But almost like you do. You have to change your thinking because, whatever it is that you're trying to do, you're giving it everything you have, and you're going to work hard to make it happen, and you're going to be productive, and you're going to be able to see how you can do it, but you're still going to have to change something. Whether it be what you're offering, what the appearance is going to be, or just your thought process might have to just be a little bit different. Page of Wands. Page of Wands. What's ours for Page of Wands? Ace of Cups and Five of Staffs. that makes so much sense. I feel like you are getting you're afraid of the pushback that's going to come from whatever idea that you're going to have to put out there, like whatever change that you're going to have to make. And I don't know if this is going to be among little people in your life, or it's going to be somebody that you don't, you know, that's not going to be involved in it. But you're afraid, you're concerned about the pushback that's going to be out there for it because of it. You know, because I feel like you still want to offer as much love that you can, and you know, your emotions are there, but you're afraid that they're going to be, or you could be battling with yourself. Honestly, you could actually be battling with yourself. When I was saying you have to move away from something, it might be this tradition that you want to hold up, and you're not going to be able to, or it's going to be different. So that could be a battle in your head. You know, it really could. Like, I mean, I can't really, it doesn't feel like there's going to be people telling you, well, you know, you can't give me my turkey leg, I'm not coming. I don't feel like that. It's just, I think it's more like you're battling with yourself, that you don't want to have to you don't want to have to do it this way, but it might have to be what happens. Queen of Wands, oops. Two of Staffs and the Six of Coins. That is so crazy. So with this Queen of Wands energy, like I said, you know, this is somebody, I feel like this is somebody that you can usually go to for, you know, for things to help you with things, to figure out things, to bounce things off them. And with this Two of Staffs and the Six of Pentacles, this is almost like this person offers you balance. They offer you choices. Like you could choose which way you're going to go, whether to ask them or not, to get on board with them or not, and to do what they suggest. I mean, it's like you have a choice. What's going to work the best for you? You know, and it's a matter of whether you can step away from that thought process, or you're going to just, you know, ring up your credit card to the point where it's going to hurt you later because you don't want to have to change your thought process. What is Eight of Cups? Look at this Eight of Cups. Wheel of Fortune and the World. Well, hello. That's, okay, to me that's like, all right, yeah, you are going to, when you decide that that might be the best thing for you to do, yeah, you have free will, and I can't tell you one way or the other, but if it turns out that that is going to be one of the best things for you, you're going to definitely feel fulfilled, and you're going to feel like it's a success. All right, yeah, I can make this happen. I'm going to have help in this, and I'm going to be able to do it. You're going to have a situation where you have to maybe decide on how you're going to do it, how it's going to feel to you. But this to me feels like this is going to be like a major karmic thing for you, because this is something that you're going to have to acknowledge. You're going to be aware of something that maybe you didn't want to be aware of. Maybe you're used to just saying, okay, fine, I'll get my credit card, it'll be fine. Maybe this is the point where it's like, okay, you don't want to have to do that. And you don't have to do that if you can figure out a way to just say, okay, I don't need it to be this way. I don't need it to do that. Because honestly, I mean, if you can actually put it aside, that, you know, you could make this change and not feel like you're cheating anybody, that nobody's going to be sad because you couldn't do what you always used to do, or even if they are, they'll get over it. And depending on the way you handle it, it's actually going to still put you in a good place, and you're going to feel good about yourself. Let's see, what about 10 of Cups? And this game, your outcome is the 10 of Cups. So I'm like, but it's really going to be, like, that's what I'm looking at this Wheel of Fortune. It's almost like, it's not even like it's the decision, you making the decision to have to, like, hold back or do whatever. But it's almost like you feel like you're going to be cheating people, or people are going to lose. Somehow you are going to be, like, in the wrong for saying, I can't do it this year, or I can't do what you're expecting me to do this year. You know, we're going to have to cut it back, or whatever's going to have to happen. I feel like you feel like that's going to be like a bad thing on you. I don't think karma works that way. I mean, if you don't have it, you ain't got it. It's not, but I feel like that is one of the things for you. You feel like that is going to be an issue. You know, I don't know. I don't know what your religious background is. I don't know nothing, but I don't know if Peter up there is going to be like, yeah, you didn't get the extra large turkey that year. So I don't think that is an issue. No, it shouldn't be an issue. But, you know, maybe in your head it is because you were so, like, just so used to it. This is your tradition. This is what happens. This is your family values. This is everything that you are used to doing. And then all of a sudden you can't. And I think you felt like it's going to be a ding against you somehow. But then you could have the choice. It's like you could be accomplished and fulfilled if you just make that choice to move away from it, you know? So what about this 10 of Cups? 7 of Cups. That's funny. It keeps coming up like that. Yeah, you have an option. You have a choice. And like you have this, you know, all these choices you could make. Maybe you could just, you know, do different things and make it a little bit less depressing in your eyes. I'm not saying anybody else, you. But making a change is what's going to help you keep that 10 of Cups feeling. Because figure if it is the holidays, which I'm assuming it is because it is November, between November and December, you know, there's lots of stuff going on. So I feel like that is like a huge thing for you. And for you to be able to keep that happy, you know, you'd have to make a change. So it's not going to come back and bite you in the butt, like, I don't know, a month and a half from now. So you just have to be able to make that choice and say, you know, I'm sorry, we can't this year, but we'll do it this way, you know? So once you got to that point, you're going to feel good about it. But you have to forgive yourself for not being able to do it. And choosing not to, you know, bring out the plastic and, you know, feel it for a long time afterwards. But, and, you know, maybe it wouldn't be a long time afterwards, but I think it might. But anyway, let's see what we got going on here. Oh, it's time to take action. The new moon in Aries. And don't let pride get in your way. That's funny. That's the full moon in Leo. So yeah, basically, I don't know what, like, you know, matriarch or patriarch, I don't know what your situation is. Don't let your pride, you know, make you say, oh, well, you know, I have to do it. I've always done it. I'm going to have to do it again. But you still have to take action in the fact that you got to make a choice and, you know, be able to work with it and be able to come to, you know, a good conclusion about it. Like, it's not, it'll be awesome if you just keep, you know, keeping the happy feelings and, you know, making everybody feel loved and, you know, appreciated to be there and, you know, being able to put out good vibes that way. All right. I think I got it. All right, guys. I hope you enjoy the next couple weeks, and I will be seeing you for the December readings. Okay? Talk to you later. Bye.